Good afternoon, everybody. Good, good. What a special and wonderful day today. Now, I'm a fairly new employee, so I'm very excited and thrilled to welcome all of you and honor and recognize your key milestones in your career journey at NJIT. And to me, this represents the time and talent you have invested in this institution to make it what it is today. So thank you for your service. And now I'm pleased to present to you our president, Dr. Joel Bloom.
Welcome. Good afternoon, and thank you for being here today. As Chitra, I guess you'd fit under the category of our newest, and we can never get into age discussion, youngest vice president. Welcome, Chitra. And let me thank her and the staff of HR that have put this event together. Thank you. While you're in an applauding mood, why don't you all give yourself a round of applause for being here and what you do. So what you do, which I always find, as I was walking over the bridge, and our students sit there and do their work at those little round tables while they overlook Andrew's campus. Everyone knows Andrew Chris. This is his campus. Thank you, Andrew. So I stopped to talk to three of them because that's the favorite part of my day. And the two of them had already finished 2 finals. And then the young woman with her laptop open and her paperwork in front of her, she had yet to start any of her finals. And when you talk to these students of ours, not only do you continually be reminded of how smart they are, how intelligent they are, and how hard they work, but the fact that they chose to come here is in part a testament to everybody in this room. It's easy to be very learned about your college options these days. After all, with the recent invention of the internet, and Internet 2, and students choose to come here. And they choose to come here and make an investment not only of their own or their parents' treasury, but their time, their talent, because of the work you do on a daily basis. So that's why I asked you to give yourself a round of applause. And never forget why they're here, please. And their purpose of being here is to learn as much as they can from many of our outstanding faculty who are here in the room, to get as much help as they can from all of the outstanding staff and faculty that are in the room. And most importantly, to graduate from this institution. I'm sure you all saw, I've lost track of the Thursdays, I think it was 2 Thursdays ago, Forbes magazine. There's this great article, if you've not yet seen it. Forbes magazine rated the best value universities in the nation. Remember, there are about 3,000 colleges and universities in the nation, and they rated or ranked the top 200. In the second presentation, they ranked those that are of best value and have had the largest economic mobility in the nation. The first largest or the most economic mobility, we had a ranking of 85% and nobody else did. And we were ranked #1 in the nation. So there are, I guess, at least two messages I can think about. One, always understand who our students are, because they're coming to us, so many of them, from the lowest socioeconomic status you can come from. These are predominantly kids coming from households that are in the bottom quintile of earnings in this country, bottom quintile. And the reason why we got this 85% ranking, it's 85% of those students who go on to graduate, work for 10 years, and they're now in the upper income levels of earnings. So that's the impact you all have here in this room and the challenges that you overcome with so many of the students that are before you. So that's what I ask you to continue to do, please. If you're retired, I think I see, is that Judy Valley all the way back? No, that's not Judy Valley. I thought I saw Judy Valley. I see a lot of things different these days. The pace of this university some days is dizzying. Anyway, continue to do what you've been doing on the behalf of the university, our students, city of Newark, and the state of New Jersey, and the quality of life that so many of us enjoy here and what we do outside of this university. So again, congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the families that are here. I can't help it, but I run right into the Bishop family occasionally. I won't tell the rest of that story. So I just gave my welcome remarks. I'm reading from the recipe here, the Q book, as we call it. And now I'm calling up, am I calling these people to the stage? I didn't read I didn't do my homework last night. Yes, I am. Is that what I'm doing? Yes, I am. Okay. And I have to take off my glasses to read. All right. These are the two special people. Everyone here is special. So I have the great luxury opportunity to work with a lot of these folks regularly. And as I often like to say about this first one, it's not always easy to get great advice and to ponder some of the issues we need to ponder at this university. And to get great advice and for it to be right so often is very special. And that's the opportunity I have by working with Holly Stern. The law is the law, but it has movable parts to it. And there's always precedents, so you have to be up on the precedents, and you have to know who in the outside world can help you solve what may be a complex legal issue. And Holly is just masterful at doing that, the advice, finding outside counsel, but more importantly, she always pays the lowest price. So I don't know how she's figured all of this out. She really does. So Holly Stern, please come here for 25 years of service. I'll help you up here. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. You take care. I already mentioned the Bishop family. Ed is just an incredible guy, not only because he somehow found this woman to marry, but more importantly, they have two outstanding sons, only one who chose, though, to come to NJIT. He is, so maybe I should tell you some of what Ed has accomplished the last couple years. Years ago, NJIT, like every university, starts out rich and then gets poorer as the year goes on. Students pay their tuition and fees, the state sends us their money, and we're pretty well broke about this time of the year. It's what you do with the money, though, prior to having spent it all, right? So when we looked at what we call cash management, Ed, how many years are you in this as the CFO? 3 years. So I happened to look at it 5 or 6 years ago when I found out a lot of things about the university and what it meant to be president. And we were making little money on the cash flow, very little money. We have a lot of money sitting there at times. Of course, again, I don't want to mislead you. By the end of the year, it's gone. Ed, what are we making on managing the cash flow this year? $4 million? So since Ed became the CFO and took over responsibility, now don't get crazy about how you think you're going to spend this money. We will make about $4 million just in managing the cash flow at this institution. And we now, under Ed's guidance, we audit many of the functions of this university. Audit meaning just how we can achieve continuous improvement. And I could go on and on about what we've been able to do. He asked me to talk to you just very briefly about the new purchasing process. No, I'm only kidding. We were meeting a little early this morning, and I told Ed, if you continue to do this, your lack of popularity will exceed all historic lows in the past. But we do need to fix purchasing, and for those of you, Anthony Travel, and I now have Anthony Travel on speed dial. So without further ado, I ask Ed Bischoff to please come up for 30 years of service. What do we got to do?
Oh, the certificate.
Oh, the certificate. There you go. Thank you.
Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.
We'll roll with it. It's my great honor to recognize our 2018 retirees. Dr. Daljit Singh Ahluwalia, "31 years." Mr. William Barnes, 31 years. Ms. Brenda Carr Bailey, 27 years. Dr. Daran Hanesian. 54 years. Doc- Dr. Abraham Harnoy. 32 years. Dr. Bernard Koplik. 36 years. Mr. Jason Eng, 32 years. Mr. Michael Novak, 38 years. Dr. George Olson, 17 years. Dr. Ronald Rockland, 22 years. Dr. Richard Scher, 38 years. Dr. Reginald Tompkins, 40 years. Ms. Leslie Williams, 23 years. So please help me welcome Dr. Don Sebastian to the stage.
So now we get to honor the 10-year veterans. 10 years, 2008. It started off great. The Giants won the Super Bowl. But about a week later, the stock market crashed. And I look back, and most of the highlights in 2008 were pretty grim, except for the bright spot here in Newark, where the following people began their employ at NJIT. Michael Bonchonsky. I'm sorry, I blew the first one right off the bat. Michael. Let's hear it for Michael. Give it up. We're going to pick up the pace here, folks. Siobhan Budhu. Yasin Bubendir. Michael Ehrlich. Fatima Ejalili. Zenobia Fields. Julio Garcia Figueroa. Quite a fan club. Letitia Gray. Susanna Guevara. Benjamin Guzman. Angela Holmes. Andres Jerez. Jessica Jimenez. Dawn Klimovich. Matthew Cosks. James Marco. Michael Spisto. Phil Stickna. Ready for this? Sundaraman Subramanian. Say that 3 times fast. Denise Thomas. Jeffrey Vernick. Shin King Wong. Keith Williams. No Keith? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the class of 2008. Let's give it up for them. Woo! Dr. Sebastian had to have his shtick, so he forgot to introduce me. I don't have his shtick. So I'll be announcing the 15-year service award recipients, and we'll start with Mrs. Amada Belton. Next up, Mr. Matthew Brown. And I guess this guy's not gazing at the sun today, but Dr. Wenda Chow. Mr. Branislav Dmitrovich. Dr. Richard Egan. And Dr. Maya Gervitz. There she comes. Dr. Linda Hirsch. Dr. Carol Johnson. Mr. Andrew Malato. Mrs. Cindy Montalvo Hardin. Mrs. Beverly Morris.
At the end? Okay. Mr. Athelstan Nelson. He's a popular guy. Mrs. Anne Marie Knoll. Mr. Victor Pissarro. Ms. Digna Ramirez. Dr. Roberto Rojas Cessa. And Mr. Eladio Ruiz III. And we have a 10-year that we neglected to call, Miss Angela Moncrief. And I would like to welcome back to the stage our General Counsel, Holly Stern.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to announce the 20-year Service Award awardees today. So we'll start with Mr. William Araujo. Ms. Annette Arocha Batista. Lieutenant Mark Sear. Dr. Christopher Funkhauser. Ms. Lois Goldman. Ms. Luisa Gonzalez. Mr. Leroy Hanks. Mr. Jimmy Hayes. Mr. Albert Martinez. Mi- Ms. Bernadette McDonald. Dr. Crystal Smith. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Senior Vice President, Mr. Ed Bischoff, to announce the 25-year service awards.
I have to try to outdo Don at this point in time. So this is a great day for the awardees at the university, but it's also a great time to be a Yankee fan. Gotta have let's go, yeah. So 25-year awardees, Dr. Michael Booty. Ms. Silvana Brito. Mr. Raymond Ginter. Ms. Helen Gramco. Mr. Robert Igbenovia. Ms. Monica O'Donnell. Ms. Helena Oprakal. Mr. Jan Oprakal. Ms. Hemwathi Singh. Dr. Gail Spock. Mr. Su Man Huang. Only one, Gail. So that concludes the list of 25-year awardees that are here with us today. So congratulations to all. And I'd like to introduce to all of you our Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations, Mr. Ken Alexo.
If we had this celebration maybe 2 weeks ago, as a Mets fan, I would have a lot to say to Mr. Bischoff, but unfortunately it's May, so it is my distinct pleasure to acknowledge those who are celebrating 30 years of service to NJIT. Mr. Frank Aversa. Dr. Athanasios Bladikas. Dr. Ian Fisher. Ms. Clarissa Gonzalez Lenahan. Okay. Dr. Jiming Ji. Ms. Carmen Marici. Dr. Sharon Morgan. Mr. Thomas Navin. Mr. Charlie Nieves. Mr. Artur Pereira. Ms. Eugenia Regencio. Ms. Myrna Santiago. Dr. Yungking Shi. Dr. Frank Shi. Dr. Hurley Surjanhata. Ms. Gail Wilburn. And I believe we have one addition to the 20-year anniversary celebrants, Mr. Leroy Hanks. Congratulations once again to all those celebrating service anniversaries. It is now my pleasure to introduce to the podium Dr. Fadi Deek.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor for me to call up colleagues who have been with us for 35 years, starting with Dr. Edip Niver. Dr. Jerry Paris. Mr. Pete Teklinski. Dr. Methi Wachiratana. And also honored to call a colleague and a friend who's been with us for 40 years, Dr. Jim McHugh. Jim, up here, a colleague, a friend, and a mentor. I studied under Jim McHugh as an undergraduate student, as a master's student, as a PhD student. He was my advisor. And most honored to call someone who has been with us for 50 years, Dr. Njit. I also get the pleasure to make one more call, 30 years, Dr. Chaim Grebel. They wanted it to be special, Chaim. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to call back to the podium Vice President Chitra Iyer.
Now, in the spirit of recognition, we have added just one more category, and that is recognition of members who have achieved and graduated from the Management Academy. So as part of the university's commitment to employee development and building leadership capacity and capability, the HR launched Management and Staff Academy last spring. And since that time, the Academy has delivered 18 programs for 164 participants. Now, I'm proud to recognize the first group of employees who have met the criteria for the Academy's Certificate of Achievement. The awardees are Mr. William Arugio, Ms. Silvana Brito, Ms. Viola Clyburn, Ms. Annie Crawford, Mr. Mark Demariski, Dr. Maya Jervitz, Ms. Letitia Gray, Ms. Doreen Medal. And with that, we bring to close today's ceremony and recognition of all our honorees.